Hi, Cedar Hill Church. This is Sydney Jolson, and I'm so excited to bring the Word of God to you today. And I want to speak about the favor of God on our lives. First, I want to differentiate between the love of God and the favor of God. You see, the love of God is unconditional. It's not based on your behavior, your choices, or your works. But the favor of God is something different. The favor of God is developed, it's earned, and it's entrusted to us. Why do I say that? Well, in Luke 2, verse 52, says that Jesus grew in stature and in favor with God and with man. Favor is not automatic. Favor is something that is developed. Favor also doesn't translate to comfort, because we see the favor of God as the angel spoke to Mary, that she was highly favored, but yet she had to run to Egypt to protect the baby in her womb. She risked being separated from Joseph. She was possibly stoned for having a child out of wedlock. And there were all these things that could have led her to being misunderstood and people misinterpreting the favor of God on her life. Yet, the favor of God never leaves us in disgrace, because Elizabeth says in Luke 1 verse 25 that the favor of God ridded her of her disgrace. And the favor of God will always lead us in peace. And I want to just encourage you at this time. We see David was a man that was highly favored by God. A character in the Bible. He went through great rejection by his brothers. He was overlooked by his father. He was hunted down like an animal by King Saul, pursued and wanted to take his life. But yet David, he encouraged himself in the Lord. And he was faithful. And he was a worshiper, a man after God's own heart. And in these moments of great trials and tests, he developed for himself great favor with God. I want to tell you that in this time of this COVID-19 lockdown, that we can achieve for ourselves great favor with God through the choices, our character, and being faithful and being diligent. Where we could so easily slump into a pit of depression and hopelessness. Maybe you're going through a retrenchment, you've lost your job, or there's just some isolation and loneliness and some hard times that you're going through. That we need to see a courageous church rise up. Our personal breakthroughs and our personal gaining of favor can lead to corporate blessing. We see David, that the favor of God in his life brought a corporate blessing to Israel, where they were led into a zenith, an economic boom, a prosperity, and the goodness of God to an entire nation, where their boundary lines were the furthest they have ever been. I want to say, Cedar Hill, at this time, your personal breakthroughs can unlock for the whole corporate family a huge blessing and breakthrough for every single one of us. Cedar Hill, I want to encourage you, get with the Father, because with every time we worship, we win. Today's the day of His favor. This is the year of the Lord's favor. Now is the time of His favor. Cedar Hill Church, I love you, and I declare God's favor over every single one of your lives.